can't remember what I was going to say. But I might edit this one. Oh, I probably won't. So I'm living in my moment right now, and I realised that I've been working all day, and I just want to play Hearts of Iron. So that's what I'm going to do in after this, after I read a Bible. Anyways, this isn't actually planned by me, as in this specific thing I'm about to do. I don't know why James recording this, literally just started. This isn't specifically planned by your boy, as I like to say. Oh yeah, I gotta deal with that. Anyways, it's fine. For these revolts down here, let's just say they've Rush has been oh my goodness, I'm on the wrong thing or something. No. Oh, it's on like zero tolerance zone. Yeah, there you go. Okay, what? I'm actually on a brain attack if that's the thing. Anyways, so basically, Russia's been dealing with this, and Dagestan over here had so little legitimacy in them existing, and then the partisans just became uninterested or all died. There's none to replace them with. So Russia managed to crack down on Dagestan over here to keep their control of the Caspian Sea apart from Azerbaijan. Which I might intervene in at some point. Anyway, I was breathing a load of toothpaste. Toothpaste saliva. Like when you brush your teeth, it goes all cloudy, kind of. You know what I mean? Anyways, but they pushed Abkhazia and Chechnya back, but the partisans, A, too many of them, B, this whole mountainous terrain to like deal with them afterwards. And so they pushed them back to about here, and in the end they said, deep breath. Okay. In the end they said, we can't bother you. You're costing our entire economy. Someone might take advantage of being preoccupied, you know, etc. So we're going to give you peace, independence, and then they do take into the fact they can become Western aligned. But let's be so real, Georgia are near border, so they already had to worry about one, and what are these two going to do for themselves do by themselves? So it doesn't really matter too much. And there we go. Corks is looking a bit more interesting now. Now going back up to East Prussia with the Königsberg revolt. Russia told these guys to get on top of it. It's a few hundred partisans, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, there was a small holdout of soldiers in Königsberg. They found the leader of the movement, shot him. They're kind of in disarray for a while, and then the entire Polish army came in and German army came in and just dealt with it. So that's unfortunate for them, but the story's not over yet. So I actually had something planned this episode, but I've got a lot of... Oh no, I can just change what it was planned. I've written something else down. They fled over the border here, down to this Germany. This Germany is pretty much denazified right now. No, anything far right, anything monarchist, fascist, anything like that is not going to happen in a million years. So they realised, hey, we can't get our movement up here, so maybe let's move down to Switzerland and Austria, because let's control this bit. Down in Switzerland, it's pretty much the cesspit of old fascist leaders and politicians and communist leaders and politicians from across the world who are kind of just hiding here, and it's very rich. And Switzerland here, nice one, mate. Austria here, they've kind of been left alone in the well, it's isolated, neutral, so there's a good pick. These are more likely to join the ITO. So they flee down here, and we might get on that in a bit. Who's messaging me? I'll look at that. Okay. Now this bit is a bit questionable in terms of would this really happen, but let's be honest with you, the world's gone off the rails. So Turkey here and their faction, which I'll all highlight in red for you. They're getting a bit big for their boots, let's just say, and we're not necessarily big for their boots. They have a couple million men in the field at this point. Let's say 2-3 million mobilized. How equipped and how well equipped? They're probably not well equipped, but they have equipment. They probably stole it from Russian stockpiles and they're allied. Like 1930s guns on most of them, but it's better than nothing against especially their weaker neighbours here. And they started a campaign to unite Arabia and the Middle East, I should say, under one communist faction, and let's say, and of course, Turkey still have claims to some of the Balkans. Well, I want to say like Tommy K. So they claim the Bosporus, uh, Muslim regions of the Balkans, as well as state all of Greece. They have the Aegean, as well as Cyprus, all of Israel and Egypt, the whole of Arabia, and then Iran, maybe Afghanistan in the future, and then the Caucasus. That's what they want to claim, and see how effective they are in doing it. So they send an ultimatum to America demanding to hand over all their Arabian territories, and they also send one to Britain for Cyprus, as well as British protectorate of Egypt, and they would send one to France. They don't want to they're already antagonising Britain. They're kind of like getting two fish with one stone, two birds with one stone. I don't want to say fish. How's this 6 minutes long read on one thing? What have I even done? Yeah, what have I done? What? Oh yeah, right, that. Anyways, so they obviously say no, because why would they even say yes? So I put Turkey at war, and they all sent the same to Britain. They said no. So I put Turkey at war with America and Britain straight off the bat. Since it's below the funny line here, I forget the equator. That's it. It's not officially needed for these guys to get involved, or so there's only Britain and America at war with, how you call it, Turkey. You get the point. I'm just gonna highlight some bits. And they also claim this. So, words. They also declared war on this young fellow here. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I can't want to deal with these colours. Let's just say this is still going on. It's gonna go on until 1969. I really should have started later. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. It's still happening though. Let's say the boards are constantly changing, so it doesn't matter. But oh yeah, I had some developments in this I was meant to talk about. France and Italy pulled out from pressure from both of these guys, well, the ITO and the Warsaw Pact. So it's only the communists, the royalists, and the republicans. Okay, anyways. Back over here. So Israel get involved because obviously Palestine, funny business there, and they just want, yeah, that's all they want really. A bit of American pressure too, opens up another border. And as I was just saying before, I was actually saying they declared war on the other Arabia. No, that is their Arabia. They declared war on this Arabia. My bad. So Turkey find themselves at war with a lot of people. This is looking fairly manageable. They look over to the ITO. America said, hey, everyone get involved. Italy kind of suffering their own issues right now, their economic issues. France say, can we get a mandate in Syria? They said maybe, and it was good enough for them, so they get involved. Spain doing their own thing, and Portugal will just get involved to kind of owe everyone back. I don't know how Galicia. But in terms of other people, Canada don't care for it, and these guys don't particularly care, but they send equipment and such. But then Turkey getting a bit big for their boots over here. Demands Crete off of Greece, as well as Thrace. This bit is Thrace, isn't it? I'm not being really tired. And some of the Aegean islands are like roads. And they also demand. Oh yeah, Georgia's up here. Sorry, I'm being really. I didn't write this down. They declare war on Georgia as well, and they also demand overlordship of Iran from the Soviets, and they say no, and they declare war on Soviets, Iran, as well as Greece. And then there's no such laws in the Warsaw Pact, so like everyone gets involved. But in Turkey's eyes, they're like, we need to rush a few of them down, hope it's the too poor because they're communists, and they pull out. So that's a pretty nice, optimistic way of looking at it. But somehow they find themselves at war with the whole world. I don't know why this happens in some areas. It's really annoying. Okay. Well, not really somehow. It's just kind of asking for it, to be honest. And in the midst of the chaos, I was meant to do this much later, but I just want to get done with now before I forget. Ethiopia sees American Djibouti, or American Somaliland, I suppose it'll be called. Um, America don't do anything about this now because they kind of got a massive war going on. But yeah, they do issue a diplomatic warning to them, saying if they don't pull out in a year's time, they'll just get some freedom, to put it in not what obvious terms. But they hold on to it for now. So now they're officially the Horn of Africa, or the East. I'm gonna stop making dumb names stuff. It's Ethiopia commune. That's that. Okay. So how do we? Oh, they're the same color. Hold on, I'm gonna change them to actual faction color. What is this? This is their actual faction color, but I use that for occupation. There you go. This is Turkey's color now. Boop. Ooh, half Armenia's missing. Armenia might even rebel at some point because they're obviously Christian. Turkey's not, and they're probably persecuting the hell out of them. Alright, we got there in the end. Cool. Well, not cool for Turkey, but let's see how well they do. So we'll start off with the this is all happening at the same time. It's obviously cancers do all at the same time. So we'll start with the Western offensives. I'm just gonna do how I do occupied stuff. I hate this. Turkey's occupied to me pink, so I like cool like that. So obviously Turkey were well prepared to launch a funny business into Iran. Kill me, it's actually too similar. Hold on, I'll get this down eventually. Is that too similar? No, that actually looks half decent. Is that too similar to this though? That is like, oh, because it is identical. No, that's fine. Alright, okay, cool. I'm actually locking now. So more than prepared to launch an invasion into here. From all sides. They've got special desert trade men for the desert, whilst the Yanks don't. And they're also well prepared for this. They don't really have much for an armed forces, and they're too proud to join ITO. So they occupy half their country and backstab them. So that helps their push a lot, and then cutting the south of Arabia from the north, Iraq rather. And all of these Americans flee to Kuwait, which they hold. And then the push continues down here very slowly. So even the desert train people aren't really prepared for this. And they make it to about here, let's just say. It's probably the biggest, this is definitely the biggest war the world's seen since World War II. Probably the biggest ones in history in terms of 50% of the world united against 5. If that, one. Probably one. Anyways, and Turkey were only somewhat prepared for Georgia here, but the US already got like 30 Brazilian men stationed up here. That's the wrong car. So only get a small bit of progress. Like pretty much minuscule progress there. I need to, I don't know what's going on, I'm always out of breath. And then over here, Thrace holds, that's like a mountain, and it's so tightly packed they can't do much, and only get a bit in Bulgaria. So there's like 1 million Soviets stationed there, and they make their landing on Rhodes and in Crete, however. And Cyprus stays British, but they were not prepared for the Western counter-attack in the south. Palestine came under immediate Israeli. That's probably an interesting one to talk about. I'm gonna say Palestine fell. And the, how do you call them? Turkish were not prepared for the Israel to get involved really. But they had people stationed here already, so only get to about there. At this point, America does an America and intervenes in Arabia and just collapses their government with a funny assassination and takes the rest over and integrates it. No, they just keep it for now, so I'll liberate it later probably. They just don't want them jeopardising the whole front. But they're fighting the same side as the Soviets, so the Soviets don't really take much notice to it. At this point, the West needs some more support, so America goes to Rice and hey, join the war, we'll kick you out, and what are you going to do about this? Effectively, they weren't very happy about this, but There you go, I'm just basically colour them in, so I can't bother to do all their stupid little islands. So they all join. Italy joins. There you go, it's all happy. Only the ones in Europe. As per leads with sour relations later, but maybe miracle payments and concessions or something. But let's be real, I don't need to do anything, I just need to symbolically join. Yep. And then on to the communist offensive. This isn't going to end this one, so I don't want to rush it too fast. But still, the communists who were not prepared for this, I should have done a push into Iran already. The communists were not prepared particularly, so they don't really make much in terms of any progress. Whereas the Turkish were, because they, well, I don't really explain to you guys. That's horrible to look at, isn't it? I hate colours. You can see it now. If you look, it's in my lighting. That's barely visible, but that's gotta be. Like you can. There's a difference there. You can tell. You'll figure it out. I'm too tired for this now. Okay, we're gonna leave it there because I do have more plans over here. But this is gonna go on for a few episodes, I reckon. So there's some shenanigans in India, who are going to be like yellow now at this point because there don't really have much other colours to choose from. And they look up to Nepal and Bhutan, very like islands in a communist sea at this point. That's a cool metaphor. Anyway, India needs expansion. Pakistan's on their side. Burma's gonna be hell to fight in. So this is your only natural routes. Interesting colour choice. And this is, well, to be fair, there's a hell to fight in as well. Bhutan falls a bit quicker. When I say a bit, it's like a month. They captured a few of their forces here and just snaked, and then China's ended up helping them. And then here, it took about a couple hundred CAS from Chinese and Indian to even start walking through here. But some paratroopers on the capital and a few other significant points pretty much cut the Nepalese, you know, what's that for? Supply line, and then the Chinese started coming in and connecting it up so they didn't all die out. More bombing, more months, more tens of thousands dead for like an inch of land. We see them just surrender. And China don't get anything for their participation, they didn't expect to. They're trying to stop India from dying. They're not really lacking manpower, so it's fine, they can afford it. They're like Russia, the Russia of the South. Ooh. And then they just directly annex it because the same region as the Bangladesh thing, which I don't want to say again, but it's in the last one. And then, so that's that. Funny India moments. I already spoke about the Austria thing, didn't I? Can't remember. Pretty sure I did. So then you actually look pretty good. That's pretty nice borders. And I would have had a Chinese thing down here. No, I'm gonna postpone now. I'll postpone now. I'll cross that out. Because I want to have that at a later date. So I want a Chinese war at some point. But I was gonna say they invaded Vietnam, but that doesn't make sense. I already did that. Anyways, yep. That's a lot of stuff for one day. Goodbye.